The BSCDA are here at the Motorsport With Attitude show. I've got Finn Sargent and Mark Sargent to chat about 2019 and also look ahead to 2020. So, great to have a father and son. It's the first time we've got this. It's brilliant, thank you very much. So, if I was going to do your best bits of 2019, what would I include?
You go first, because I know what's coming.
My best bit about 2019 would probably be getting the first heat win at the Skeg. I mean, it was nice to get that and get a trophy and get a lap and have that, and then it went all wrong when I come off. And
what went wrong?
I failed ride height. I failed ride height for being too low.
Shit tape measure.
Yeah, it didn't want my best point that.
No.
And then went out in the consolation and the car broke, but then didn't even get to start the final, and National recovered a second, and that was a good meeting for me.
So it was good, but bad. So it was like
a and then Birmingham after that was probably my other best result. I was winning the final up until the last bend. A bit eager on the restart and got lost second on that one, but it was a good 2 meetings, that one for me.
And a good year, felt like a good learning year, and
it was a good 4 meetings.
Yeah.
It was a good first 4 meetings, getting 4 wins in 4 meetings, and then from downhill I started getting smashed up. So thanks to everybody for wrecking my car. And then
anybody in particular, or
I'll blame it all on Kyle. It's all Kyle's fault. Okay. And then Dad broke it at Mildenhall, so yeah, mainly them two. Yeah.
Standard.
Okay. Yeah. So your best bit, so clearly, hopefully better than
the first meeting of the season.
Yeah.
Taking the win on the last lap, moving Will Hunter out the way on my local track was great.
Kings Lynn?
Kings Lynn, and we had a great battle through the race. And Will's quick, he's got some good machinery, he moisturises as well, so he's going to be quick like Ollie. And it was a great race, and you watch it back on the videos and the TV and that, and you see the crowd's reaction. It's just brilliant for your local track. Finally getting the new tar car out. Yeah. Struggled a bit with it, and then winning at Skeggy, which was my first time at winning the one.
Pink car.
In a purple car.
It's pink.
Is it pink?
It's purple.
Pink.
Okay. Who
He's colourblind.
Okay. He picked it as pink.
Okay, right. I think pink's a great colour. My daughter loves it.
It's not a unicorn.
She loves unicorns as well. You might be her new fan.
Well, you never know, yeah, them two really, and then just enjoying it with Finn and the team, the family, the fans, the banter, which is social. It's just.
When I've spoken to a lot of people about Formula Ones, they say that it's a great big family, that it's such a good environment to kind of be involved in on a week-to-week basis, and kind of that's.
It sums it up. It's great. You do miss it. Sometimes it can be too much if you're having a bad run because you're leaving. But no, generally it's a great crack. You've seen today, with the guys that are here, and the interest because it's end of January. There's another 6-7 weeks before we start. And it's got everybody interested again, such as like these do. It's great. You need a lot of people need their racing fix.
Yes, we do.
We're quite grateful for a bit of a rest sometimes, but the winter's never that steady.
Okay, so over the winter, what have you guys been doing then? So we finished in November and we're now in February, so what's kind of the winter look like for you?
I've done quite a lot. I've done the majority of the fabrication work on the cars.
Why has your dad not done it?
Because he's a better welder than me.
Come on, shit. I must have welded 4 bumpers up, and the length of them, doing them by hand all the time, is a long way. Welding it, but I've done the refurb on the shell car. It's on display down here, looking smart. It's different, a bit shiny, and then the tarmac car's in prep at the minute. I just had 2 bumpers for Garlandite to save me a bit of time. Other than that, there's not a lot of changes coming to that. That'll look the same to everybody, but obviously I know the little bits I've tweaked and played with and repaired that has been smashed off it and that. But other than that, it's just kind of same cars last year, different tricks.
Been to the Motorsport show? Did that?
Yeah, I went there. That was a good experience, and I really enjoyed that, and I'd happily do that every other day. But having a play around in an arena with some people like Frankie and George, there's a great social bit side to that, and then you go side to side with your heroes from when you're about 4 foot tall. So You weren't there.
I don't think. So, what's your winter been like? Because you're clearly not working on cars, because Finn's been doing
Obviously, he does everything.
Yeah.
No, ironing, cooking, learning Chinese, so I can use a washing machine.
Really?
No. See, Finn's
You haven't
away.
been to China, have you?
No.
Okay,
You're right. You're safe. No, it's changed a little bit really now because Finn works away all week.
Yeah.
So it's just basically me in the workshop.
Not far enough away.
So sometimes he's not far enough away. And it's just generally refurb.
Yeah.
I said to him when he come home at Christmas, if we can get 2 cars done, ready for Christmas, just after Christmas, you know, we're in front. And you don't want to be chasing come January, because you've got 7 weeks. And then if he's away a week, it only leaves really a Friday and a Saturday. Before he's gone back again. So we tried to do that. We did it with thanks to the guys who help us. Like, there's me and Finn and the guys who do the paint and the vinyls to make them look pretty.
Yeah, little Billy comes down
and Billy helps us as well. You know, bless him, he gets absolutely shredded, but he comes and he still takes it. It's like a sponge. But you've got to have people like that because 2 people can't do 4 Formula Ones.
No. And do you keep them all at your house?
Yeah. Oh god, yeah. There's normally 2 that sits in the wagon and 2 in the workshop. And we just do what we do.
Yeah.
You know, people have said, what are you doing this year? What do you think you'll do? And we'll do what we can.
Yeah.
Because the team is quite small in comparison to a lot of the Formula 1 teams. Obviously, with this man working away at Williams and that, there's only so much I can do.
Yeah.
I've got a business to run and keep it successful, otherwise we don't come racing.
So that is my next question. So we've had the winter, you know, we're kind of ready to go for 2020. So what does 2020 look like for you guys? What are your plans? Any thoughts, aspirations, any kind of goals? Anything you want to do other than beat your dad?
Ideally for me, there's a lot of young drivers in the sport at the minute. The majority of the people racing on the tracks now are probably under 25, 20. There's Jake, JJ, Kyle, Charlie, I believe Little Ginch is coming in.
Yeah.
There's loads of new drivers. To be a young driver of the ward or the under 25s win, something like that to me is just as good as, well, it's not as good as winning the world final, but it's a very close second to be the best out of the lot, the younger generation. To do that to me proves you're the best of the best of the rest, or the best of the next generation.
So when you're out on track then, and you've got, you know, this group of younger drivers, you know, and you've got all the other drivers, are they your main rivals, or do you consider everybody? Do you want to beat them more than the others? So you've got bragging rights in the pits, or is it?
Well, the aim is to be first over the line. That's what we come for. That's what we do it week in, week out for. But to be just a good finish to me is what I want. Points mean prizes at the end of the day, and if you're getting the points, you're getting a different colour roof. And if you can keep doing that and you can get flashing lights on it, you got a fair amount of points and you got a few prizes.
Yeah. So you're aiming for are you aiming for red? So is that kind of like?
I'd love to be red and I'd love to be superstar, but with the amount of time I get on the car, which is about a Friday night, a Saturday morning, it's about that. It's doing that. It's a long shot.
It's very difficult.
Ideally for me, my aim this year is to be in the world final.
Yeah.
I'd like to do that. To be in the world final, to be red is what I'd love to do. And even to be in the time trials at Venray, even though being a bit of a random one, I'd love to be in the time trials at Venray to do that.
Yeah.
It's just a random thing I'd like to
random.
do. Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And by yourself, Mark, what's your kind of plans for this year?
3 weeks' time we go to Holland, to Leeuwarden. We do their show, their live action, which is always great. Hospitality is great. It's pretty similar to this, really. And the live action, that's great. Good social again. I've actually dropped to yellow this year by hook or by crook, so yeah. So
you were red last year, weren't you?
yeah, for a little while, yeah. And then I've obviously been absolutely shredded by Bowlhead here for getting to yellow. But it's a roof colour.
That's right, isn't it?
All right,
Yeah,
leave
I'm
it.
blue,
Yeah,
yeah.
leave it.
Just clarify it.
No,
leave it.
I'm definitely blue and he's definitely yellow.
Okay, all right, leave it. And it is what it is. And just
And you've got experience.
okay.
How many more years' experience?
It took me 2 metres to win an F1 final.
Okay.
Can we stop?
People lie.
Can we just leave it?
They like that kind of stuff.
Child abuse. No, it's this is the banter we have. It's great. It's good fun.
Okay.
Enjoy it. Obviously, to be in my first ever world final. Thanks for pointing that out.
I just like to make it feel better.
Get to red again. I'd love to win from red, like I said on the stage in there. I got to red in a 2 and a 1 at Skeggy at the UK in front of a good crowd. To win from red's great because you know you can pack up, or when you pack up, and you go, actually, I want too bad on my day.
Yeah.
We haven't got to win like some people have got to win. It's bred in them, they've got to win, and I totally understand
nice
that. It is nice to win.
You get a nice plastic trophy to go home with.
But it's to take part after all these years is great, and to be half recognised, shall we say, as a team. It's great.
So you know when you guys are here today, Motorsport With Attitude, loads of people come to talk to you. Is that kind of what it's like?
Yeah.
It's like that at a meeting.
Yeah.
And I still say to Finn, I don't understand why they want to buy our merchandise. There must be a shortage of clothes somewhere. All the charity shops shut, but people have bought hats and hoodies, and it's great. The sport's phenomenal, especially at Lynn and Skeggy, your local tracks. It's great, and if you win there and you go around there, it's amazing feeling.
It must be odd though, as a normal people that kind of have a normal job, and then you go to a racetrack and all of a sudden you're Mark Sargent or Finn Sargent and want to come and talk to you. It must be very odd.
There's a guy who used to absolutely slaughter me, who I bought my work truck off, and he said, you just chase men around circles at weekend in cars. And I went, yeah, that's what we do, And he actually come to the meeting where I beat Will.
Right, okay.
And he just stood back and he went, that was awesome. He said, I just didn't get it. He said, but I get it now. And his kids come. And his kids are like 4 and 6 and they love it. And that's the beauty of the job. You know, you never know really who's going to win. And anybody can pick a winner, but who actually wins is a different story. And it's great. It's great fun. You know, everybody wants to go racing, but everybody wants to go to work on a Monday. And I understand your rivalries
or college.
Or college. But that's the beauty of it.
But that's what spectators want to see. They want to see good, hard racing. They want to see top drivers going after lap or whatever it is, and then everybody's okay at the end of it. And that's kind of what you want.
That's what you want. You've got to, you know, more often than not, you stop at the kebab shop on the way home and see Frank and discuss it. But again, that's the beauty of the job. The family. Brilliant. Which is what it is.
I don't particularly like being put in the fence, but it's a part of the racing that is something what you want to do, and that's the part of it. You can have a laugh about it. You have a crack at the end of the meeting, and that's what everybody goes for. You can have a laugh, and it's next week, or who's having who, and it's what makes people come and put bums on seats. It's what you want. It's what you want to do.
I was talking to Dan Johnson before you guys, and he's very much the same opinion. To get people to come through the gates, you need those
characters.
Characters, and who's going to do what's going to do this weekend, because you want to come back.
2 years ago, it would carry on till next week. Because there's no social media. Now it's on and done, and it's all fired up, and it builds and builds and builds. Whether it's better or not,
everybody likes a little bit of drama, don't they?
They do. People watch Coronation Street.
It's better than EastEnders.
It is.
Some weeks it is better than EastEnders. But no, it's what we do and we enjoy it.
Guys, thank you ever so much for talking to me. Have a fantastic 2020. Brilliant.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, Finn.
Cheers, Paul.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, mate.